Well, we're just about ready for boys action here with our guest from Ezell-Harding traveling to Bellevue for a crossover game in the region from the other district. And K.Y. Young will be jumping. And it looks like we're in an offensive tip somewhat. Ezell-Harding's Paul Nix will jump. So nice Saturday night crowd. Not a whole lot of energy in the gym, but this is a good warm-up game for both teams as they continue district stretch next week. Waiting to throw it up, and Carson gets it quickly, throws it away though. Ezell-Harding coming past the time with the ball. That's Seffer. Seffer guarded by Smith. National Christian putting man-to-man pressure as Ezell does a little play and catch out top. We are extending them with our nice pressure. And Ezell dribbles the ball down inside three-point lane. Kicks the ball over to number 3. Seffer, nothing there. Looking to take the ball baseline. Fadeaway jumper, no good. KY with the board gives to number 22 for us. That's Anderson, of course. Back to Smith. Smith looking. Anderson on the left side. Goes to him on the baseline, drives. Left hands it all the way over to Martise. Martise drives into the lane, kicks it over here to Jalen. Jalen guns the 3. Good shot, no good though. Ezell-Harding out there with it, coming past the timeline. Taking the ball as deep as they can. That was Cameron Hunt. And we're going to get a foul called on a block.
On Cannon Anderson, Coach.
That was a little bit of a mystery call.
I think it's one of those anticipation calls. Like you think it's going to be a block, and by the time it gets there, it's really a charge.
Oh, they try to sneak one in. Martise hands to Smith, who takes it all the way in, hooks it back over his head. No good. Donovan is really a smart play there. He got hit a little early, knew he was not going to have a chance to take a regular shot and threw it up there, making sure he got at least a chance for a three-point play, but we'll go to the line for 2.
And, Coach, I've got a stat question for you. So when Donovan takes that shot and gets fouled, does it count as a missed attempt?
No. No, it does not. Not if you're fouled.
I didn't think so, but I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
That's a missed attempt.
That was a miss. So we're 0 for 1 from the line, 6:54 to go here in the contest. First quarter. The General eyes it, guns it, makes it. 1-0. We go into full court man-to-man press. Donovan picking up the ball in back court. That's Hunt coming past the timeline. Jitterbug dribble. And ball over here to Ellis. Ellis takes it in low. Gives it on the baseline to number 21. That's Nix. Bring the ball back out as Hunt. Hunt hands to Barker. Barker trying to back in. Nothing there. Nice pressure. Our bench alive. Martise keeping the ball on the side. We're trying to get a 5-second call. Boy, we've really extended them nicely. They're trying to make some one-on-one moves, and we bump.
There's a charge.
But pick up the charge. We may have gotten away with a bump call there, but we do pick up the hit.
And, Coach, a lot of a good-looking group from Ezell. A lot of dribbling, So if we can just kind of let that take its course and defend the shot and get the rebound, we'll be in good shape. And I wonder how much the fatigue is going to set in for us after that game last night against a group from Ezell that looks like they've got quite a depth in the bench and some good athletes out on the floor as well.
They do. They're very athletic. Jalen hands to Donovan, who hands to Anderson. Gets a ball screen from KY. And Ezell really aggressive here defensively, reaching, giving us some trouble. And that forces the turnover. And a lot of energy over there on that Ezell bench also. So both teams really getting after it here.
And a lot of dribbling on both ends of the floor.
Yes, a lot of one-on-one NBA All-Star game. 5:56 to go. 1-0 Ezell-Harding trailing our National Christian Eagles. Coming up high post to get the ball. Nix. Ball deflected away. They get it back. Ball taken into the corner to Barker. He'll try to drive on Martise. Cut off. Ball to Hunt. He'll gun for 3. It is no good. Martise and Donovan battling. Fortunately, we save it. Donovan going past the timeline on the left side. Stutter steps, takes it back to Jalen. Jalen penetrates, kicks it over to Martise. Both teams a little wild with the ball, and we throw it away again. Barker comes past the timeline, turns back, spins, misses the shot. Battle in the corner for the ball. I thought we got pushed out of bounds, and we did, but they did not call it, and it will be retained by Ezell. KY got the ball and was pushed out of bounds, and they call him on the sideline.
Well, two guys going for the ball, and good effort on both sides. And
Harper into the contest.
Short end of that. Nick's no good.
Ezell-Harding battling after the missed three. And we've got, after Jack Ellis's miss from the left corner, both teams scrambling on the floor, and it'll be a tie-up going to Ezell-Harding. Down to 5:04. Coach, a little bit like the girls' game, not a lot of early action scoring.
No, but a lot of
hustle.
Intense action on both ends, and good for us that we've got some depth in the bench. I think we're going to need it after last night's contest.
Harper guarding the point, takes a floating move, no good. Putting the ball back on the board is Nix. Good. Nix gives them their first basket at 4:49, and they lead 2-1. Anderson being bumped. A lot of contact by both teams. Harper in the corner being a lot of hand check, Coach. They're supposed to take that away. They're laying both hands on us. Donovan takes it in. Floater, good from 15. As Donovan left hands it into the lane from the right side and puts it in, giving us the lead. Gunning the ball quickly. Number 21, Nix, no good. We come out of there, Harper. Harper being bumped. Controls it. He'll gun a three. Did he make it? No, it's long. Ball battle for. Ezell coming out of there with it, struggling. Finally getting the ball to Barker. Past the timeline on the left side, picked up by Donovan. He's going to take the ball off of him. Comes past the timeline. He's going to kick the ball to Harper in the corner. He's got another one. Bottom. That ball was down in the bottom, but didn't make it. Still 3-2, under halfway mark of the first quarter.
Two good shots on line by Adam. Just can't get them falling. If they do, there's your carry again, Coach. That's going to be that kind of thing. I have a feeling for both teams that's going to be difficult to overcome because it's just the natural way now that guys have grown up handling the ball.
And the thing is, the college and high school players, college and pros are allowed to do that more, and our guys watch that, and I wish they wouldn't call it. I wish it'd be less picky.
Unless it's just egregious where you totally change direction and change the momentum of your dribble, and maybe take a step, almost like a travel instead.
Right. McClary to Anderson out top. Behind the back, right side Harper. Pump fake, nothing. Now to Anderson. He's being guarded. Takes the ball in. Hanging shot, hanging pass. He probably should have shot it, but he went up and saw what he thought was Harper coming open.
Yeah, tried to do the unselfish thing and would have benefited maybe from just a touch of selfishness there while he was in the air with an open look.
Ball in the corner. Ezell-Harding driving the baseline. He stepped on the sideline as he made his move. And the ball will go to Nashville Christian. McClary is checked into the contest. Harper also Brandon Smith, brother of Donovan, a freshman. Gets a handoff from his brother, takes the ball into the lane. Harper gunning from three, no good, and they're going to call an illegal screen on Matt McClary with us up 3-2.
Played almost 5 minutes now, Coach, and 5 points total.
Not much.
Both squads.
Martise Edwards checks back into the contest. Jalen sitting down, Cannon sitting down, and KY. Got Harper having to play the middle of the zone. No, we're still man-to-man, excuse me. Harper's having to play the post on defense. McClary trying to bother, and it's stolen by the general. We got a 2-on-1 with his brother, and he dishes to him for a nice left-hand finish. Good by Brandon Smith. Nice dish from his brother there.
And both doing a good job using the left hands right there to their advantage.
5-2, we go up. And a nice steal, pick away. But we throw it away back to Ezell. Both teams really hustling on defense. Brandon going out to pick up the ball. Dean with it. Ball in the corner to Liddell. Nice pressure out top. A lot of hands there on Hunt. And now Martise takes us, and there's a lot of contact. They decided not to call anything. Both teams really hustling on defense. 5-2. Martise guarding the ball handler. Good quick hands. Gunning the long one. The three banks it no good. Out of there comes Brandon. Donovan takes all the way in, lays up left-handed. Good. Nice coast-to-coast, the left-hand scoop, and we lead 7-2. Coach, good defense on this end.
Yeah, and every point scored by Smith at this point for us.
Brandon guarding. Now Donovan guarding. Gunning the three. Good is Cameron Hunt. And a timeout, I believe, by Ezell-Harding.
How can they call a timeout when we're halfway to the half court?
Yeah, they're going to do that before that ball's inbounded. I think that's what Coach Quinn's asking the official now.
Well, Coach Quinn certainly knows the rules as a former official himself.
And he is not understanding that at all.
Yeah,
he's looking at all the referees.
Well, that's just a miss, and then you have to get together as a group, as officials, and just say, hey, that happened. We got to be aware of that.
He's trying to get a clarification.
Yeah.
Adam Harper going over to bring Coach Quinn back in.
I'm not going to say that people don't have to do that to me as well on the sideline. Carson Guthrie, I remember this year in one game, came up, put his arm around me, and it's okay, Coach, we got this, and had to cease and desist on my.
Well, Adam remembers as a freshman when I was coaching, Coach Quinn, known to talk to the officials too much and getting some tease, didn't want that to happen. Coach Quinn leads assistant coaches in technicals here at Nashville Christian. 7-5, looping pass. Brandon plays back to Donovan. Jump pass inside to KY, but a little hard off the top of his hands, and Harper will check in for Martise. 7-5, not a lot of scoring, but both teams with a lot of energy playing very hard.
Got to see if either team will be able to sustain that, and I think the one that does will be able to kind of establish some momentum.
Catching the ball at the free throw line is Coleman, and he tried to go down the pike and was fouled on a reach, either by Harper or Brandon Smith.
I think
I'm
it was
not
Brandon
sure.
Smith.
Brandon.
7-5,
1:21 to go. Ezell sets their inbounds play, runs nicely. They get it inside, nothing there, and then losing the ball out of bounds. But a foul is going to be called on a bump by Brandon Smith again.
I think that's 2 quick fouls on Brandon there.
So Cannon Anderson will check back in immediately for him. And Ezell sets the play again. Right in front of the ball is Braxton Coleman. He's pushing KY out of bounds, and they're going to throw it way in the back court. Almost threw it away. 1:17 to go as Dean brings the ball up, pounding into the lane, now backs it out of there. Both teams having to do a lot of back dribbles in this game. And a push and then a reach by Cannon Anderson.
The thing is, if you're going to call it, that's how it's got to be called. And you got to call it on both ends the same. And that's going to be hard to do in this kind of game because it's just going to keep happening. And it might be a battle of attrition for how many people are on the bench.
Are they going to call a foul? They are. As KY gets the charge on the drive there. Could have called a block, but KY got hit pretty hard in the chest. So it goes to us with exactly 1 minute left in the first quarter. Nashville Christian leading 7-5 over Ezell-Harding, traveling over from Bell Road in Antioch. Donovan, the right side to Jay Marsh, in the corner to Harper. They're in a trap. Quickly to Donovan, who guns a long three, no good. Ezell-Harding struggling with the rebound out of there. Seffert on the left side, dogged by Harper. Quick crossover dribble. Ball handed to the right side for the long gunning three, and Liddell will airball it, bringing the ball back to us. Martise checks in for Donovan. 7-5, 31 seconds left. Let's see if we pull the ball out and go for one. Ezell-Harding in a 1-3-1 trapping defense.
It's going to be hard to do.
So the ball lobbed cross court to Harper, back to Anderson. We move it pretty nicely inside of KY, pumps, fakes, and they're going to call a block on that baseline with 19.7 to go. Nashville Christian inbounding the ball under the goal, 7-5. And let's see, Ezell will look like they'll 2-3 out of bounds. Let's see if they trap out of it.
There you go.
We find Anderson lays it up, no good. Anderson gets it back, puts it up, no good, but he is fouled. So good job by Anderson getting popped on that second shot, and he kept with. And we're going to go to the line with 16.4 to go.
Yep. And I'm not so sure he didn't get hit on the first shot, but did a good job of getting right back up and not letting that affect his effort and getting the ball back again. Good shot.
Cannon guns, bang. Magner in, Ben Magner coming in, replacing KY, and Tyler Morris in for Jay Marsh. So Tyler getting his first varsity action, I believe. Cannon, bottom.
Good shot.
9-5, 16.4 to go. Martise dogging the full court pressure, and I do not want to be guarded by Martise.
No, and you don't want to pick up a quick foul
Hunt,
either.
He tries to diagonal past the timeline, zigzagging. Nice pickup by Anderson. We've got him stretched way out there with 4 seconds. 3 seconds. I don't think they we bail them out with 1.4, so they're going to have a chance for an inbounds play and a quick shot.
It's going to have to be quick, so we got to know that. Let them throw it in the backcourt.
So Jalen back in, and he will replace – who's he in for? Chaston is also in the game, freshman. They said a back pick. We pick it up pretty good. And they gun a three. Nice play there. And Liddell almost guns it from 25. No good. Nashville Christian takes a 9-5 lead to the second quarter. Coach, not a lot of scoring, but a lot of intensity on defense.
Yeah, and just, again, wonder how long both teams can keep this up. I know, like we talked about throughout the broadcast, our game last night is going to take a toll on us in the long run just from a physical fatigue factor, and don't know what Ezell was – don't know if they played last night or not, but they're playing at a frantic pace as well, and it's just going to be a matter of which team can take advantage of the limited number of shots we've been getting. But I like our intensity. I like our effort. I like the way that we're playing. I like our demeanor on the defensive end, and then offensively we just got to find some shots. Got to be patient on that end and not let the pace on our defensive end dictate the pace on our offensive end. Just got to be smart down there.
What's our scoring stats for Nashville Christian?
Well, not a lot, but Brandon Smith has 2, Donovan Smith has 5, and then Cannon has 2 by way of the free throw line to give us our 9. And on the Ezell-Harding side, Cameron Hunt's hit a three-pointer, and Paul Nix hit a field goal to equal 5. 6 fouls on Nashville Christian, 5 fouls on Ezell-Harding, so they will be shooting the bonus the next time we commit a personal foul.
McCleary hands to Brandon backcourt, extended 1-3-1. Well, they're picking him up real early, and we throw it away. Good play by Ezell-Harding coming past the timeline, pulling up a 17-footer. Good. Nice shot by Dean off the bench. And they're immediately back to 9-7, and they're really covering a lot of space. Harper quickly guns a three, no good. KY trying to get the rebound, but instead it's picked up by Barker. He's roaring down the middle. We didn't pick him up, but he dished it off. Now gunning a three, good. And Liddell gives them a 1-point lead and a lot of energy out of the huddle after the first quarter. We lob the ball over here to Donovan. Donovan, we kick it to Harper, fakes, back to Jay Marsh, lays it down, floats it inside, and as he was dishing it nicely to KY, gets a push called in his favor on his penetration.
I think that was on Nix if I saw the hand gesture right, number 21. Is he in the game? No, it couldn't have been him. 23 maybe?
Brandon Smith in for McCleary. 7:08 to go. Inbounds play is going to be lobbed to Harper. A lot of hands. Donovan takes it in, hanging 15-footer.
Here's the shot. That's going to go in 9 times out of 10, if not more.
That's a nice play for him. 11-10, 6:55 to go, second quarter.
And, Coach, with that extended 1-3-1 they're playing, trying to trap the ball and put pressure, if we can just get maybe 2 passes, we can get them out of rotation and make something happen.
Hunt taking the ball in, laying it up, good off the board, and they get the lead back. Quickly to Jay Marsh. Jay Marsh walk.
Yeah, that's where, again, just that second. If you just swung it one more time to Brandon, had a nice look, maybe even to feed KY on the post. But if we can just get the second pass made and get them to rotate or over-rotate to the first one, then we can get an open look, I think.
A little impatient a little bit. Anderson will check back into the contest. Martise and Jay Marsh and Hunt on the bench ready to come in at any moment. 12-11, Ezell. Cannon guarding, now Harper out top, take the ball all the way in down the lane, laying it up good, and fouled is Jack Ellis. Nice take down the lane, and again a lot of energy over there on that Ezell side, and they've taken a – I thought the basket counted, didn't it?
It should have, because it definitely went in.
14-11.
Unless you said it was on the floor before the shot. I'm not sure how that could have happened.
No, I think they gave it to her.
Okay,
I think they gave it to him. And he left hands it no good, but getting the board is Ezell-Harding. And they come out of there with it. 15-footer bouncing no good. The General out of there with it, being chased from behind. Penetrates floater 15 in and out, no good. Nice shot. Harper saves it into Ezell, and they're coming past the timeline, and they're going to get a reach called.
No.
No.
It's off of Ezell. It's going to be our ball.
Cannon actually deflected it off of Ezell-Harding, and we will get the possession down 14-11. The defensive intensity really picking up with both teams. Donovan will look against a 1-3-1. We'll go with a 2-guard front, 3 across the baseline. Brandon in the corner to Harper, looks for a 3, faked it, got double teamed, now back out to Donovan, who penetrates. KY on the baseline, and they're going to call him for a double dribble. So we're getting the ball in decent position, but trying to do too much with it at once.
Well, again, just the pace of the game has extended to the pace of our shot selection and our mechanics. You know, we've quickened our mechanics, and we've kind of gotten out of a good shooting rhythm because –
gunning the 3 is Hunt, good.
Playing the ball at such a fast pace, a good shot.
Hunt with a nice stroke. It's a 6-point lead for Ezell-Harding. Brandon gets the ball out of there. Anderson floater, nice 5-footer. He got the ball out of that trap. Brandon did a good job of getting the ball over to Cannon for the hanging shot. 17-13. Cannon guarding the ball. Now we switch on the exchange. Harper guarding. Gunning the long 3 again. This time Hunt, yes. They have heated up. It's 20-13. The 1-3-1 giving us a little bit of trouble. Skip across to Harper. He'll gun from the corner, no good. KY could not get in time to the board. And coming in is McClary and Martise as Ezell-Harding on a bit of a run here. We need to do something to stop the bleeding.
Well, we got to hit a shot. We got to establish the fact that we can hit an outside shot against that zone. And if they had the film or scouted our game last night, they saw that was one thing. You know, Davidson allowed us back in the game by virtue of playing man the whole time and didn't force us to shoot those outside shots, and we got back in that game. So until we prove that we can do that, I think they'll stay in that. They'd be content to stay in the zone.
Shot no good. Coming out of there, the General coming past the timeline. Ball in the corner to Brandon. Brandon hop back 3, a little short. Cannon tips it in and out, no good. He went up nicely. Ezell roaring out of there with the basketball. That's Sepher. He's being double teamed. Did he walk? He did. Got caught back on his heels. Timeout. 20-13, 4:22 to go. We haven't really had a break. We'll take one now. Back in a moment. Resuming play in Bellevue, Tennessee on the campus of Nashville Christian High School gym. Mike McPherson along with Jeff Brothers. Broadcasting action as Ezell-Harding has jumped out to a 7-point lead as Brandon Smith will bring the ball past the timeline. Donovan. Gets that Donovan hanging 15-footer, good.
I'm just going to make that part of the routine, Coach.
Their mother was laughing at me the other day saying she does the same thing at home with them.
It's a little bit of it's our version of the who's on first routine.
Yeah, and she's got 3 of them that look alike. Taking the ball in, laying the ball up, no good. McClary with a nice board comes out of there with it, roaring past the timeline. We're down 5, kicks it nicely to Brandon. Back to Cannon, wants to penetrate. It's knocked off his leg. At least that was the call. Cannon was a little surprised. He thought it was just stripped.
I think it was too. Just a missed call. Got to overcome that.
20-15. Here comes Ezell past the timeline. Stutter step dribble, taking the ball in, and a nice job by the general to set up on the driving Dean. And Donovan played it nicely, picking up the charge and the hit. KY to check into the contest.
Well, that's what you'll get a lot of times. The guys that are focused on that one-on-one take off the dribble don't see the other defender coming and setting up to draw the charge, and that's one way to slow down that kind of play.
The general facing full court man-to-man, now hands to Martise in back court. He'll bring it up against Ellis. I don't know if he can guard Martise. There's a handoff out top. Donovan looks to take it in the lane again, hanging 15-footer. Yes. Do it every time. We cut it back to 20-17. Quickly in front court, Barker takes in the lane, nothing there. Spinning the ball nicely on the world dribble is Jack Ellis, and he takes the lead back to 5. Approaching 3 minutes of the second quarter. Donovan Smith, jitterbug dribble, gives to Martise, lays it down nicely into KY, and he is hammered going up for the shot, and that will be a 2-shot foul for KY. Good penetration that time. And we drop it off to KY, down 5 at the chance to get it down to a basket. J. Marsh ready to check in. KY eyes it, guns it, makes it.
Good stroke.
3:01. J. Marsh checks in for the young Brandon Smith. We've cut it to 4, 3:01 to go. And he got a great roll on that one, 22-19.
Interesting technique on that free throw to turn and look at the bench before he let it go.
I thought that threw him off, but it got in there.
Shooter's touch.
2-3 trap, coming loose. Shot no good. We battle for it. KY out of there nicely to J. Marsh. J. Marsh driving left side, gets it back out to Martise. He drives, takes all the way in. Nice dump to KY. Fade away, layup, power shot. Good! And he was fouled.
And you could tell Martise saw that, anticipated that passing lane being there when he felt the defender come and help from the far block. He got it right over his shoulder to KY, who also was ready for that, and a good finish.
If you're open, Martise will look to get it to you.
Absolutely.
22-21, this will tie it. It's off the rim, no good. Barker up high for the board. A lot of good athletes on the floor right now for both teams. Out top is Sepher. We are settling into a 2-3 zone here. A lot of pressure out at the perimeter. And gunning a long three, good again, is Barker. 25-21, and they maintain the short lead. Martise coming past the timeline with it. Now Ezell settles into a 2-3 zone. Donovan goes across the lane. Let's see if we come into the high post. J. Marsh goes there. Instead of Brandon, look to J. Marsh. Again, nice touch pass to him. Back to McClary. McClary. Short corner to KY, who steps out. Back to McClary. So we play catch with it. McClary, long three, a little short. J. Marsh, nice board, lays it up, no good. Probably should have taken it up left-handed. Down 4, here they come. Ezell with a European. They're going to call a block on McClary. I don't know. I thought he was set.
One of those things. Was he sliding by him on the side? Could have gone either way. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way.
Harper will check into the lineup, and Paul Nix will go to the line. So, again, low-scoring game, but a lot of aggressive play and a lot of quick athletes out there.
Well, both teams playing with what is essentially four guards and a forward.
Not a lot of big guys out there. And that sometimes that's the single-A ball. You can have a good team, but, boy, it's nice to have that Daniel Batuli come along ever so often.
Presence. Brant Lawless, I remember playing some good posts down there.
Left-hander guns it up there. This one's made good, and they're going to wipe it off. Somebody stepped in on Ezell-Harding.
Shooter stepped on the line.
And the shooter stepped over the line. One of those needless turnovers. 25-21, the general sets the court coming past the timeline. We're down 4. Let's cut it to a basket here. Harper, did he do it? A little short. Up nicely for the board is Sepher. Quickly in front court. Ezell-Harding racing. Ellis on the left side. Gives it back out top to Sepher. Being guarded by Cannon. He got away with a push there. And they're going to call a back and forth. Ezell-Harding's Michael Mays.
I think that went off the cannon's foot.
Michael is my assistant coach at Lipscomb, and he is questioning the call. Coach Mays, I never did that. I don't understand you doing that.
He didn't learn that from you?
No, not at all. 25-21, left side Anderson, hands to Harper. We're down 4 inside. Nice feed to KY from Anderson. I tell you, a nice quick pass from the high post Anderson to the cutting Young on the baseline. Just didn't get it up quite enough for the and one.
Good vision, and our guys have that to see the guy slicing to the basket. Good job by KY slicing to the basket and being ready for that pass as well.
KY puts it up nicely. You know, we have really good perimeter play, good slashers, just missing that big guy inside.
The presence, yep. Just the space eater in there who can get some rebounds, finish at the basket.
KY nets it. 2-point lead for Ezell-Harding, approaching a minute left. Anderson picks up the dribbler, wants to make sure he doesn't get another one. Ezell-Harding gunning a long 3. This one is short. Anderson out of there with it, coming past the timeline.
Under a minute.
Sutter dribble, and they're going to call the palming on him again. Dog. Coach, I guess one of those things I'd have to go back and watch the film. I don't know if we are or not. I don't know if we're palming or not.
By definition, I think we are. By the way the game is played these days, I'm not sure that's consistently enforced.
Harper's going to deflect the long pass out of bounds. Again, I wish they'd let the advantage go with the offense to keep scoring high or higher. And if it's not an obvious advantage, let it go, like the college and pro. But we're to play. Oh, nice play run that time by Ezell-Harding. And they freed up Braxton Coleman, who got fouled.
Well, he got fouled by Adam, but they're going to give it to Cannon, and that's
right.
This is third, I believe, here in the first half.
So Braxton, football-looking body, steps up. Another left-hander, and got the roll there. And they maintain the short lead of 26-23. Coleman guns it again. This one is short, but Ezell goes up to get it, and now Martise steals it, roaring past the timeline. On past Donovan, who nicely banging off the glass after hanging in the air.
Well, and your jump stop, Coach, there you go. Yeah. Jump stop and elevate.
Martise almost got the deflection. Ezell-Harding penetrating, losing the ball. Harper picks it up. He's going to be double teamed in back court and stealing the ball and laying it in for a semi-dunk as Ellis. 28-25. 19 seconds left. Back to Donovan. He did not counter. Coleman with it, roaring out of there past the timeline's Hunt. They'll have the last shot, and they'll gun it and take some momentum unless we can gun a long one here. Gives it over to Martise with 1 second. Jalen did not get it off in time. And Ezell gets the last shot and the momentum into the locker room with a burst there at the end to go up 31-25 as we go to the half in a good hard-fought game here on a Saturday night at Nashville Christian. We'll take a 10-minute break and be back with you after this. Stretch your legs while ago. I'm tighter than a tick. I hiked this morning at Radnor Lake, and man, I am. Ready to resume play here after halftime at Nashville Christian with Ezell-Harding leading 31-25. Ezell-Harding running the set to get started. Good pressure by Jalen. Ezell-Harding running a little weave action out top. Good pressure and another reaching foul. And Cannon's got to go out. McClary checks in for him. So Cannon's got to sit probably the rest of the third quarter with the reach. Ball thrown into backcourt. And Ezell sets the court. Barker trying to penetrate. Donovan takes it right off of him and then reaches and fouls Donovan after the steal. Nice pickpocket there by Brandon. And the ball goes back to us. We're down 6. Ezell took the momentum in. Let's see if we can switch that here. McClary lobs it. Brandon. 7:20 to go. 31-25. Brandon hands to Jay Marsh. He gets the ball screen from KY on the roll. They pick it up and double team. Coming out there, Ezell-Harding lobbing the ball ahead. Ezell trying to penetrate. Pretty good pick up there by McClary. Ball in the court of Ellis. Ellis lays it down, left-hander, and is he
going to be pushed, I think, by KY.
KY gets the block on the baseline there. 31-25, 6:58 to go. We need a couple of stops here.
Coach, both teams with one player in double figures as we open the half. For us, Donovan Smith had 13, and for Ezell-Harding, Cameron Hunt, number 0, with 14 on the back of 4 3-pointers and another field goal.
Ezell-Harding, after the 5-second call on our good pressure, goes into a full court pressure. McClary out top, looks for help. Finally gets to the KY. KY turns over to Donovan, hanging 15-footer off the front back rim. Gets it back, kicks it back out to McClary. They'll reset the court. Right side Marsh. Marsh penetrates to KY nicely again. Fakes, push it up. Good. Nice dish again as Jalen is finding KY on that baseline.
And KY doing a good job being in that short corner and then diving to the basket when the defense moves to help.
And shot faking to get the man up in the air. Ezell-Harding playing a little weave action out top. Sefer in the corner. Ellis wants to gun that long one. It is no good this time.
Matt got a rebound there. Good job.
McClary with the board. Rips out of there with it. We're down 4. Chance to cut it to one basket. To Harper. Harper, did he make it? Harper a little long. Marsh, nice board. Takes it, lays it back up. No good, but he was fouled. And wish he could have kind of gotten under more control and powered it in instead of finessing it. Might have gotten the three-point play, but great pick, and he kind of had to do it with the momentum he had.
Yeah, he did. And, Jalen's done a great job in this past off-season of basketball and football of really building his strength, really becoming he was already an explosive athlete, more explosive, being able to elevate quickly like that and come down with the ball powerfully, got strong hands.
He is strong.
Good receiver for our football team.
Our weight program is just changing his physiques. Quick release on the free throw, nets it, 31-28. Now
like
one
Brant
possession.
Snedeker on his putt, just walk up and hit it.
Boom, go. Brandon to pick up. Sefer setting the court for Ezell-Harding, down 3. Boy, they got away with a long pass. It took a long time to get it off. Shot up there, no good. Putting the ball back up, good in the face of Nashville Christian is Braxton Coleman, the big football-looking body. Good, and he was fouled. 33-28. We'll check in Martise and Brandon Smith for Adam Harper and Matt McClary. 5:36 to go here in the third quarter. Coleman back at the line. Left hands it up there and nets it. 34-28, back to 6 points, 5:35 to go. The general pass the timeline, hands to the Falcon. Falcon facing an extended 2-3 zone. We whip the ball around the perimeter. Goes to Jay Marsh, looking for KY again. Back to Martise, who penetrates. And he had KY. He put a little too much air under it.
A little bit. Right idea, of course.
Right idea.
Him, like you said, he can see him, and I think that ball just came out of Martise's hands just a little funny.
We're finding KY nicely in there. And
and it's good to see him get confidence in finding those open spaces, KY.
Well, KY is now stepping in to be the big man. Ezell-Harding driving, penetrating, laying the ball up, in and out, no good. But he got to lay it down left-handed. That's Jack Ellis, and we got to know that to make him go the other way. Harper will check back in. Foul starting to be a concern to Nashville Christian. Ellis left hands it and gets the roll, but it would not go.
And if there's one thing, Coach, we found out last night is that we have on this team some perseverance, some grit. We'll hang in there and keep fighting till the end, and down 6 in the midway through the third right here is not a place we're unfamiliar with and not one that we're not comfortable with.
Right. Harper with the board, gets to Brandon, dishes to KY, layup, no good. A good play, just didn't go. Didn't get up quite high enough. Ezell-Harding the other way. We've looked to KY twice, could not convert. Martise trying to double team in the corner, does a good job of pressuring. Ezell gets out there nicely, gunning the long three. No good. And are we fouling on the three?
No, we really just stood still with our hands straight up.
Jalen is
Jalen,
not believing that one.
Jalen, yeah, that was bad. That was a bad call. Jalen was just there, had his hand just sticking up in the air. And
I can tell how bad the call was by Coach Quinn's blood pressure in his face. He is red.
You don't think that's just the Christmas spirit coming through?
He is boiling right now on that one. 35-28 as Hunt is going to get 3 here. And fortunately misses one of them. So hopefully we'll get out of this with no more than 2 points. Maybe just 1. And he nets that one. So Martise over to Smith. And they go back to their 1-3-1 pressure. We lob it across, playing catch. Nice skip to Harper. Harper gunning. Did the gunner make it? No good. Trying to find his niche there inside to KY. KY looks for a cutter, instead back out to Jay Marsh. KY in the corner. Left hands it to Martise. Nice pass fake, but didn't put enough mustard on it. And Martise usually zips that ball. Didn't quit.
Yeah, I don't think he saw Sepper. Yeah, I don't think he saw Sepper. I think there was just somebody shielding that sight line. He didn't see him.
Into KY Harper. Harper quickly to Donovan. No good. We're not hitting the threes right now. KY, nice board in the corner. Gets it out of trouble to Martise. Martise holds up. Harper back to Martise. Right side hitting Marsh. Looking for KY.
Oh, you could have fed him off the baseline.
Boy, they almost got it. We have the numbers now. Jay Marsh is gunning the 3. That looks good, but no good. And out of there with it was Ellis. Past the timeline, Hunt. Hands over to Barker. Barker lays it down, penetrates. Ellis hanging floater way short. Coming out of there is Ezell with the ball. Handing to number 3, who's gunning it off the rim. No good. That's Sepper. And coming out of there was the Falcon. 3:30 to go. We trail by 8. So we need to make a move here soon. Give to Harper. We struggle with it a little bit in the corner. Gets the ball out of harm's way to Martise.
Looks like KY might have turned his ankle there.
Oh, me. Cannon Anderson set to check back in along with Brandon Smith. Brandon this time. No. Is Brandon going to sit back down? No, he's into inbounds. Jay Marsh is out. And we'll throw it into back court. Anderson to Donovan. They come out to trap, jump pass to Harper. He'll gun it. Did he get this one? Yes! Nets it from the corner in front of our kids' bottom. 36-31, and, Coach, that was a big one. And an over and back right there. So a mental error after the 3, and now the run maybe back to Nashville Christian. Timeout, Ezell-Harding. Well, Coach Mays wants to stop this bleeding quickly.
It's a game of momentum, Coach, and we're looking like we're about to capture some momentum. Don't want to jinx us with that, but Adam hitting that 3, his first make of the night, hopefully we'll break the seal on that for our outside shooting. We've done a good job, I think, getting the ball into the corners of that 1-3-1. Like to see a baseline runner or something that can penetrate there and get us some looks inside to KY, somebody cutting down the front side of the lane or the backside block. But we're doing a good job of getting the ball moving around that zone, forcing rotations, and then hopefully we can get some open shots.
Adam's shots have looked good, just haven't finally got that one. He had some good looks last night that didn't go, so hopefully that gives him a little boost there, and he'll feel really good on the next release. And it's back to a 2-basket game, and us in possession side midcourt. Anderson back to Smith. They'll come out to no, they've gone back to man-to-man. Donovan sets the court, and he's going to pass and cut, and we're running a little 5-motion pass and cut offense. KY in the corner. KY hits Harper. Harper lays it down, looking for Anderson. Passes and cuts to Donovan. He'll gun a 3. Did he make it? Bottom!
KY.
Did I say, I'm sorry, KY with the 3. Bottom. We're down 2, and that brings our bench to life. Crowd active. We got the momentum back. Ezell penetrating, driving, hanging in the lane, 10-footer, no good. Anderson, nice board. Comes roaring out of there. He was fouled a couple times to KY. Stops, Powers, lays up. He's knocked to the floor, and Coach is asking for deflection. Nobody's going to override it.
Well, like you said, Coach, nobody misses that bad on their own.
I don't know. That's just hard to understand how that's considered an air ball. 36-34. Those are game changers there. Weave out top here with Ezell-Harding, and they'll gun the 3. And hopefully we got out of there without any collateral damage. And it's going to come back to us, so hopefully we can override that call. 36-34, under 2 minutes left, third quarter. Great step dribble. Donovan floater. He's going to get called for the hit.
Yes.
No, they called the block, and the shot is good.
I saw the official looking down at the Ezell defender, and I knew.
Brandon
eyeing him up to find that number.
Brandon is on the bench, is cheering for his brother Donovan, who made that shot. Nice floater, and they call the block sliding up underneath Donovan, and that finally ties this game up. Ezell-Harding sent a man in off the bench or off the scorekeeper too quickly. So Donovan will have a chance to give us the first lead since the first quarter. Is that right, Coach?
I believe so. And what we've done, I think, Coach, is make them uncomfortable on the defensive end. That 1-3-1 had been working for them. We kind of solved that a little bit. They jumped into a man defense, and we've answered with some buckets on that. So I think right now they're uncomfortable down here. We've got to continue making shots and keeping the pressure on.
The General, sophomore, eyes it, guns it, off the back rim. Ezell out of there with it. Hunt up the court quickly. They picked him up pretty late. Ellis loves to gun that up, doesn't get it. Anderson struggling with the board, saves it nicely and roars past the timeline.
Settle
down, slow down a little bit. He gets it back nicely, gives to Harper, who hands to Donovan. Let's set that court facing a man-to-man. Going to run 4 across. Let's see what we do with it. Harper comes out the ball screen, steps back out for the 3. He'll gun, college level, no good. Ezell out of there with it in a tie game, 1:15 to go. Both benches really active.
That's on the floor.
And we got a foul on the penetration. It looks like Donovan get a push on the driving Hunt. And they'll be under the goal with the ball. 1:12 to go in a low-scoring, tight, tough defensive struggle on Sawyer Brown Road here in Bellevue, Tennessee. Is Nashville Christian, Ezell-Harding battling out, two sister schools with 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Ezell to run their inbounds play. Cross screen, nothing there, and they get it back out here. Anderson trailing, doesn't get a hold of it, but they throw the ball up, no good. Put back up nicely, though, by Dean. And an immediate timeout by Coach Michael Mays at Ezell-Harding, and that gives them a 38-36 lead with 1:03 left in the third quarter.
And Coach, like I said, it's a game of runs, and we made a good run. And so now we've got to kind of withstand what looks like their efforts to make their own little momentum swing. And what that I think that means for us on the offensive end is just settling a little bit. You know, we've made some good shots, but it's because we've been patient and worked the ball into a position where we can get one.
If we make a couple, like you said, a couple extra passes, we get KY cutting on that baseline.
Yeah.
So hope we'll show a little bit more patience. I do like both teams' energy. They came over here after a long Saturday, not being in school. Saturday just games have a different feel to them. And both teams, though not playing great offensively, have a lot of defensive intensity. And they're going at it like it's a tournament game, and that's good to see. I know both coaches like to see that. Nobody's going to lose because of lack of hustle tonight.
Well,
so
you need that kind of work, especially in 2020 when you didn't have a summer, you didn't have scrimmages, you didn't have some opportunities to work on stuff like this, and so you need it in a live action.
The General being dogged by Seffer, and we set a play for Cannon all the way around to Donovan on the other side. Takes it inside, hanging 5 foot off the board. No good. It was a good play. Just didn't get the roll. 45 seconds to go. Ezell up 2 at the end of the third quarter as we approach. Harper guarding the ball now. Brandon guarding the point as Ezell does that 3-man weave out top again. And looking for a cross-court pass, and Seffer throws it away. So we'll have a chance to tie it or take a lead at the quarter here. The General saunters past the timeline to Adderson with 20 seconds left. Backs out of there with it. Hopefully we'll hold for one. The count is on him. He needs to break it. Gives over here to Donovan. Back so we get the new count. 13 seconds, 12. Good timeout right there. Coach had some in his pocket. Uses one to set up a buzzer beater. So
and I like to see us run a set play right here, Coach. It looked like Cannon was just going to kind of make it up as he went. And
he was about to do that.
But if you have an opportunity to get a set play, certainly one right here that can tie the game at the end of the third, that's the momentum you need.
That may have been exactly what Coach Dustin saw right there, that we're just about to create a one-on-one NBA move here. So hopefully we get a good set here for a good look at the buzzer.
It was James Harden, I think, would have let it go.
Yeah.
But, no offense to Cannon, but James Harden is not in the building.
We'll get it side, front court, 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Cannon in back court, brings it up. Ezell went back 2-3 zone. Hand off to Donovan. 6 seconds to Harper. Long bomb. Yes! And that set works. Let's run it every time. And we take a 1-point lead. Big momentum play as Ezell smartly went to a zone, but we responded and got the appropriate shot as time runs out for the 39-38 lead.
And good poise that time by all of our guys on the floor. Great anticipation, starting with Coach Patton, drawing up the play. It really was good against either the handoff pass against either the man or the zone. And Adam just set himself up, stepped into a shot, got squared, followed through nicely. And he struggled on the night, but he's hitting only his second three, and it was a big one.
It was, and the game has really from the onset has really had a lot of intensity. Very low scoring. You want to, ideally you'd like to be up around 60. I used to set a goal. We want 15 points a quarter, hold them to 10, win every game 60-40.
Right.
That's kind of the goals we had. This is way below that. But defensively, it's been a really good contest for both schools.
It has, and it's going to be an exciting fourth quarter for sure. Unfortunately, right now we've got 6 fouls against us, which is going to put them in the bonus. They only have 3, so it's going to be a minute before we get to the free throw line with opportunities to extend the lead. We're going to have to handle the ball well and create some shots.
Anderson hands to Donovan.
They've got
6 players on the floor, and
that's a technical.
It took a while. The whole bench, Donovan, everybody was saying they've got
a technical foul.
6 players. And I've seen that
Starting
Coach.
with Coach King. Coach King was the first one to realize that, as he does. He is a detail guy.
And, Coach, I tell you, I've seen it where you can sneak that 6th guy off sometimes. But everybody.
You need somebody to fall in the corner and distract everybody.
They were spotlighting him, and Donovan has an opportunity to increase this short lead of 1, now 2. 40-38.
I tell you, I like the adversity. I was going to see if we could score against 6. That would have been a nice momentum burst there as well. But good to see Donovan step to the line and make them both.
So we get 2 points and the ball, 41-38. So I know Coach Mays is aggravated at that.
All right, now it's 5-on-5.
So it looks like it's a true matchup now. Anderson back at court. And so we take a 3-point lead here early in the fourth. Handoff and ball screen. Double team.
Had KY on the elbow there.
Donovan hanging 15-footer, bouncing no good. Nice board that time by Seffer. He's coming roaring past the timeline. Ezell-Harding looking to knot this up or cut it to one. Long three. Did it go? It's in. Yes. Bottom. Liddell. Liddell ties it up. We're going to the wire with this one, I think, Coach.
Only his second three of the night. I'll tell you one thing I noticed on our last possession is KY at the elbow. That might be something we can take advantage of as we dribble to the baseline.
It's a little flare screen for Harper. Shot fake. They went to pick him up, takes all the way and lays it off the board. Good.
That's a good confident
nice move
by
Harper, taking it down the coast. That's right. And a 2-point lead for Nashville Christian. Ezell quickly into front court, running their little weave before they kind of go into action here. And now they set to attack. 6:43 to go. Liddell had just hit that last one. Now Ellis, that's a little early. I don't think they like that. Donovan down court. Nashville up 2 over Ezell. 6:28 to go. Donovan, he's going to go one-on-one, hanging 15-footer. No good. Good one-on-one move, and stepping out of bounds is Hunt, dragging his back foot across the back baseline. We call that negative motion, just bringing their foot back when you need to be exploding forward.
Yep.
And
just not being on balance, drop stepping to get the start, and if you're on balance, you just push forward, and you don't do that.
Step forward instead of back, so 30-second timeout. Coach Mays trying to regather his group.
I'll tell you, I like the confidence we're playing with right now, Coach. We're attacking the basket. We're shooting with some confidence. We're playing good defense and good rebounds down there. You know, I'll take Donovan from the elbow every time, and even though he missed that last one, that's going to be one that falls certainly more times than not. Like to see KY working towards the basket. Adam playing with, it's amazing what hitting one of those shots will do. That shot to end the third quarter gave him confidence, and I haven't seen him attack the basket like that really all year until that play, and that's going to be something we need.
In the 9 years I've been here, Donovan has the best one-on-one pull-up 15-footer, just playing one-on-one ball in the backyard that I've seen of any kid we've had here.
Oh, I thought you were going to mention the faculty senior basketball game when that happens quite often on our end. But I'll give Donovan the best student.
I plan on playing in that game this year. Anderson's going to do the same thing, but he walked. I've lost my COVID pounds, so I'm planning on playing. Just like 10 seconds at a time.
Will you have your sense of taste back by then?
43-41. I think I'll probably officiate again. And so this game's going to the wire. It's been a good one defensively. Hanging shot, no good by Hunt. We come out of there with it, but Hunt gets a deflection. They come up with a steal. And gun the three, yes. And a while ago, I said Ellis didn't feel good on his shot, but he certainly did on that one. They regain the lead. Anderson takes all the way and lays it up. And a good call there on a block foul.
Yep.
Is going under Cannon was Liddell.
I tell you, if Liddell hadn't slid underneath Cannon and drawn that foul, Cannon might have charged into the other defender, which was Braxton Coleman, sitting on just below the block right there.
Right.
His feet still.
Cannon to go to the line. Chance to knot it up. Guns it, and bang. Tied at 44.
Cannon's first points of the second half. 3 for 3 on free throws, though.
And so the crowd grows quiet. Anderson eyes it, guns it, makes it. We regain the lead at 1. We sub in McClary and J. Marsh. Martise to pick up full court along with Donovan. McClary, and we go man-to-man full court.
Just keep it on the sideline there.
Little push off there, gets away with it. McClary hounding the dribbler. Ezell again playing the three-man weave catch. And we're going to get a block on Martise that absolutely sends Coach Quinn through the roof.
I mean, all he did was jump into the lane, jump into the line of the dribbler to cut him off. I mean, that's what you teach in summer camp, starting with the 4-year-olds, is how to take the angle of attack and stop the dribbler, make him change direction.
Well, that will send Ellis to the line. Ellis had a good game tonight. He'll have a chance to knot it up with his first one. 5:33 to go, and it rims out.
Ball. We got to get loose ball.
But Ezell is going to be forced out of bounds. I believe they're going to call it on KY. Let's see.
What? That's an unfortunate call, too. And that's going to get the crowd
That's on
agitated.
KY. They got a block on KY on that sideline, so they go right back to the line with the chance to tie it again, and they do. Boy, that's a tough turnaround there, Coach.
It was. That ball went out of bounds off of Ezell, and from the baseline, the official called something that they were certainly out of position to even see.
The second one is no good. McClary, nice board in the middle of the lane. Brings it up. Ahead to Martise. Nice play to KY. Probably should have ooped it or bounced it, and then the foul.
That is a frustration foul with
Martise, great vision. He probably should have bounced it under or thrown it up. He threw it kind of parallel to the floor, kind of eye height, and got to go under or over on that one.
Yeah.
But Martise has got excellent vision.
And great passing skills. Just that one just didn't work out for him.
Right. Coleman to the line for the 1-and-1.
Nope.
And no. Anderson with the board comes out of there with it. He got hit.
Yep.
No, they're going to call a foul. And I tell you, there's some interesting calls down there on that baseline.
I think fatigue has set into the officiating crew as well. Maybe they had a long game last night.
Oh, man, they rushed back from the picnic, I guess. Tied at 45. Ezell gets another break.
Ball, Matt.
And back in backcourt.
Oh, he walked.
Ezell spinning past the timeline, hanging 15-footer, draws up just a little iron. Adam out of there, so we get away with that one. 45-45. McClary wants to gun the three instead to Brandon. He'll set the court. Ezell man-to-man. 5 minutes to go in a tie game here in Bellevue. Ezell-Harding. Defensively man-to-man. Jalen gives to Harper. He'll gun the three. No good. Good-looking shot. Tip, no good. Marsh got up there nicely, dogging the rebounder, but they clear it to Hunt. Hunt at the 4:40 mark in a tie game. Stutter stepping past the timeline, takes into the lane. He's going to be bumped by Jay Marsh. And the officials really are involved in a lot of the action.
They are, and as an offensive player, I've always thought if you're initiating the contact and you're leaning towards the defender, that should go the other way.
Hunt, back rim. So Ezell's had some opportunities at the line, and that's hurt them because they've probably gotten the breaks for the most part here in the first part or the middle part here of the fourth quarter.
Well, certainly it's about 13 to 14 fouls to 5 right here in the second half.
Hunt to try to give them a lead, and he does. So Ezell to pick up full court. This game, as we predicted in the first quarter, going to the wire. Anderson left-hands it into the middle against the 2-3 zone, tries to take it all the way in, and there's another foul. So both teams, foul trouble is an issue. Still not a 1-and-1 for Nashville Christian. Checking in again is Dean. Sitting out is Coleman. The general to inbound. We run across and back up. Cannon gets it, wants to shoot a three. He does. Did he make it? Yes. String music. Quick timeout. Nice stroke in three. Cannon thought about it, then gunned it. Bottom. 48-46. Another momentum play. 4:20 to go, Coach.
Yeah, and it hasn't always been pretty, but the effort's been tremendous. It's been fun to watch. Frustrating if you're just looking at whether the shots fall or not, but you can't fault our guys for their effort, especially and I know we've said it many times, but 2 nights in a row, tremendous effort, tremendous intensity, tremendous unity on the team. You don't see any kind of back and forth between the players. You don't see any frustration with what the coaches are asking them to do. They just go out and play hard, and that's going to equate into some victories along the way. And good to see our guys playing that way right now.
I like the demeanor of both girls and boys teams. I think they support each other really well, and both teams play really hard and together. And Coach Majors said a long time ago,
it had to have been a long time
it's
ago.
amazing what your team can do if nobody cares who gets the credit. So he probably didn't come up with that quote, though.
That's taking something away from Coach Majors. I imagine he's a pretty bright guy.
Yeah, he did. I figured you'd say that Dudley said that or something. Or Fred Pancoast. Oh, McClary deflects it, lays it up. Good on the steal. McClary with the big momentum steal and layup. We go up by 4. Major play by McClary on the baseline under the goal. Nice reaction by the senior quarterback. Ezell-Harding looking for a cutter. Ellis wants to take it down low. He puts it up good off the board. He never had a shot he didn't like. Coach Michael Mace takes another quick timeout. So both teams setting strategy with a lot of timeouts here, but McClary gave us a 4-point lead there briefly, countered back by Ellis.
Yeah, just good awareness, kind of right place, right time. They made an errant pass, and Matt with nice soft hands and good awareness of where he was on the floor to get the ball up and in, laying it off the glass early. You mentioned Coach Majors. Coach, quick anecdote. Coach Majors' last game at the University of Tennessee.
Okay, I think we're back. Go ahead, Coach. Talking about Coach Majors' last game.
Oh, yeah, last game at the University of Tennessee that he coached was at Vanderbilt against us my junior year. And I was in the Vanderbilt locker room after the game was over, and they had beaten us. It was a close game, hard fought, and they had beaten us. And I was always one of, if not the last one out of the locker room. I happened to be in there last, and Coach Majors came in and sat down. We had a nice, brief conversation.
Nice.
The last game that he coached at the University of Tennessee was a great memory.
Coach Majors was a great sportsman. He never said anything controversial about the other teams. He very gracious when he lost and not boastful when he won. 50-48, we take a 2-point lead here after the timeout. Harper's going to gun another 3. Did he make it? This one no good. Anderson gets a deflection, but it goes to Ezell. And they'll set the court, 3:35 to go. Fourth quarter, an exciting, close-fought defensive struggle here in Bellevue. Ellis high post gets a hanging shot
I thought that was
from number 5, from Dean, no good. Anderson takes it all the way in, over to Smith, back to Harper. He'll gun again. Did he make it? No good. KY knocks it out. It'll go back to Ezell-Harding. So both teams missing a couple of shots there after some good defensive efforts on both ends. We've got McClary, Marsh, and Martise Edwards checking in. We go full court man-to-man. And McClary almost comes up with another one, getting around and denying and knocking out of bounds. McClary, outstanding year at quarterback for our football team. Long pass is going to be out of bounds, but he saves it, not in time. He goes on the baseline, and it will come to Nashville Christian.
Coach Matt, a 20-game winner as a high school quarterback, which is impressive in its own right.
It is.
Led us to two semifinals the last couple of years, and deceptively quick and agile, and has great hands, and almost came away with a steal in there a while ago.
Did a great job after his injury. He became a new quarterback after his injury. Ezell-Harding, full court man-to-man. We lead by 2, 3:09 to go. Donovan quickly to KY, lays it up, no good. Brandon puts it up, good off the board. He ran all the way down after the 30-foot pass and was under the goal. What a hustle play, 52-48. 2:53 to go. Ezell once again with the 3-man weave out top before they engage. And Cannon almost got the steal instead. Gunning the long 3, in and out, no good. Hunt with a good shot. Harper with it to Donovan, roaring past the timeline. 4-point lead. Takes it to his brother, Brandon. Bottom! 6-point lead, 2:30 to go. The Smith brothers, back-to-back plays. We explode to 7. 2:20 to go. The crowd alive. Harper with the lunging foul.
I'm not sure he touched him. It looked a little rough, but I think Adam just kind of dove into the space.
Yeah.
And it looked like it should have been a foul.
Jim has come alive. 2:19 to go.
How many times do you think Donovan and Brandon have made that play in the driveway?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he called that one. Barker bangs it off the backboard. 55-49. Coach Mays maneuvering players now. You got Dean back in. Barker back for a second toss. 6-point lead, now 5 as he rattles it in. And we've got a substitution coming back in as Liddell. Neither team with a lot of size, but both teams with a lot of grit.
She's fussing at Coach Mays about something.
55-50, 2:18 and ticking here in the last play. The general, between the legs dribble, doing a little Maravich coming past the timeline. They cut off his drive pretty good then.
Well, it's smart by him just to pull up, not force anything with the lead.
So we're going to try to milk some clock. We're going to pull them out and take them one-on-one or hold the ball.
Yeah, no shot clock in high school, just an opportunity now to just work.
Donovan wants to do that. He'll take it. Nice KY, no-look layup, left-handed, no good. And that would have been a highlight reel tape. 55-50, 1:50 to go. That gives Ezell-Harding another chance. Down 5 with 1:45 to go. The 2 or 3 puts them right back in the contest.
No foul.
Long shot, and freshman Brandon is going to commit an unwise foul. Not smart. I was not able to see if he had gone over the 3-point line when he took off with the shot or not. We'll see.
He did, yes.
I believe it's going to be 2. 55-50. Hunt gets a chance, but no good. So we're still going to maintain a 2-possession lead after this, make or miss. 1:40 to go as we go down toward the wire. Second shot is made good. It's a 2-basket game. Checking in is Barker and Coleman as Coach May sets a man-to-man full-court press. Harper can run the baseline with Donovan and Anderson in front court, along with younger brother of Donovan, Brandon. And into Donovan, roaring past the timeline. Behind the back, going into the lane to KY. KY smartly hands it right back to Smith. Smith being pushed and bumped over there. Now he was bumped again, and they finally call it. A lot of contact, and we finally got it. Now we're going to check in some defensive reserves with Marsh, McClary, and Edwards will come in after this.
And I'll tell you what.
No, they're going to come in now.
Coming in now. Donovan does a good job of keeping the dribble low, which prevents the tap-away steal, and forces the defender to get really up into his body to try to stop him, and that's what drew the foul.
1:27 to go. 2-possession game. Donovan can make it a 3-possession game. The Gunner guns. It rattles, no good. McClary with a nice board, and the tie-up will go to Ezell-Harding. McClary really went up strong.
Well, it gives possession to us in the final minute and a half, so that's probably a good thing, really.
Right. 1:26 to go. Both coaches very active on the sideline. Very intense game. A lot of great tournament-like intensity here. Just playing very tough. McClary full court. Now backs up a little bit. Lets Seffer bring it up. He gets a ball screen from Hunt. Hunt then flares out to the left. Picked up by Marsh nicely. Back to Seffer and Hunt. Down to minute 8. 2-possession game. 4-point deficit. Ezell trying to set up for the shot. The long two-footer is good, and that cuts it to 2. 58 seconds to go. Nice shot there. Coach May saving the timeout. 55-53. We tick toward 50 minutes. Coach Mays wants to double team because he does not want to send Donovan back to the line. They want to foul McClary, and they do. That's who Coach Mays wanted to foul. Let's see if Matt can
Matt's
make
good
them
free
pay
throw
for that.
shooter,
Yeah, make them pay for that decision.
Yeah, just hadn't seen it. Coach Mays hadn't seen him shoot a lot tonight, but Matt's all the guys on the floor. Coach, we got good shooters all over the floor, which is what you do with a 2-point lead in a minute to go.
43 seconds left. Matt can make it a 2-possession game. Jim grows quiet. The left-hander off the back rim, so they didn't make the right play there. And Ezell coming down court with a chance to tie it up. Hunt will try to set the court. It's going to go one-on-one. Liddell with the ball. Stepping back out is Ellis. I thought he might shoot. Instead, the three is up there, no good. They're going to lose it on the baseline. Anderson, Harper, and Brandon Smith check back in for an offensive lineup and platooning here in a 55-53 game with 25 seconds. Ezell will want to foul in backcourt to preserve some of that clock. It is just a one-possession game. They're going after Anderson, and they will foul him. So a lot of good strategy by both coaches. Coach Patton is platooning offensive and defensive players, as is Coach Mays. So Anderson back to the line in a very good game. Coach Mays decides to use a timeout here to try to ice Cannon and also set up a play for the end.
Coach, I'm going to put in my early vote for play of the night unless something happens in this last 22.7. For Coach Justin King, recognizing 6 players on the floor and rallying the crowd around him to let the officials know that they could count to 6.
I was going to vote for McClary stealing it and laying it up right under the goal, but Coach King was really jumping on it right then. And is a good crowd here for a game that means nothing in any standings. It's just trying to get better for the rest of the year.
Yep, and just want to put in an early mention for our home game, I believe next Thursday is the Silent Night game. So I want to encourage all our students to get here for Silent Night. That's always a fun event, a special night.
Right. I will not be able to be here. I will be junior pro action. I've got my grandson's team. Yeah,
night, huh?
My grandson's team takes priority. Anderson eyes it, guns it, and he rolls it in.
Touch.
Big play. That gives us a 3-point lead. Ezell will set their court depending on what this shot does by Anderson. He got the shooter's roll, guns it again, and this time it's out. McClary hustling hard over against, almost slammed Neely's face into the wall.
He slammed his own face into the wall.
And his own. So Neely, it's not the way to meet guys, honey. 56-53, 21 seconds. It is a one-possession game. Ezell into Ellis, and he throws it away, but Jalen gets the reach.
Boy, she anticipated
Jalen just about had it.
Man, she anticipated that call.
Real quickly.
Yeah, the whistle was blown before the contact was ever made.
19.6. They get to walk 70 feet from the free throw. Didn't get to eat up any clock there, and Hunt with a chance to cut it to 1. And then Ezell will need to foul quickly as they'll pull up full court pressure. Hunt, a big shot, eyes it, nets it, nice stroke, didn't think about it at all, cuts it to 2. We platoon again. Anderson in, Harper in, Brandon Smith in. Hunt, one shot in a 2-point deficit, 19.6 to go. Both coaches doing a great job on strategy and platooning. Hunt with the crowd roaring. Eyes it, guns it, nets it, cuts it to 1. Harper.
Timeout.
No, they're sub. So they get the sub in to stop the clock. Coach Mays explaining they got to know that sub is in front of the table. Cannon trying to get open. 1-point lead, 19.6, and Cannon is fouled with 0.6 ticking off the clock. Coach Mays was telling his assistant, you got to make sure that guy's at the table and is seen, because he wants to set his court without using a timeout.
Yeah, and anymore, it's not the table's responsibility to blow the horn for substitutions. It's the official's responsibility to see the substitution pattern.
They've got to know that people are over there.
That's right.
And it looks weird, too, without our table there. It's just a different look. Anderson with a 1-point lead, 19 seconds to go. Guns it, and he nets it. for a 2-point lead. 19 seconds. We said in the first quarter this game could go to the wire, and it can't get much closer. McClary.
That puts Cannon in double digits for the night, Coach.
KY and McClary are on the lane for the rebounding. Cannon, breath, eyes it, left hands it, and strokes it. Good.
No threes.
58-55. Let's see if Ezell goes for a quick two.
No threes, no fouls.
Or sets up for a three. Jay Marsh picking up full court. Bring the ball up to Seffer. See what he does. Is he going to hand off? He does. 14 seconds to go. Step out Ellis. Is he going to try to gun it? We're picking them up. They're going to have to shoot a three now. It's down to 6 seconds. He gets loose for the three, and he banks it in. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Martise will launch it from midcourt. It is off the front rim. No good. Coach Patton was asking for a timeout, and no one saw it. Dean banks it off. Coach Patton claims he was asking for timeout. Martise takes a dribble, launching it from 60, front rim, and we almost had an incredible buzzer beater ending. Instead, I guess Coach fittingly, we go into overtime.
Free basketball.
What a game.
And again, just not to pile on the officials, but in a moment like that, the official in the backcourt's got to be.
You got to look at the bench. You got to automatically look and expect that. When they don't have a clue, I don't know. That's just both of us as coaches. That's just frustrating. At this level,
it is. And
you've got some responsibility.
Happens in football too. The line judge, needs to see the coach calling for time. That's why you see coaches now sprinting down the field in football all the way to the goal line in front of the. I mean, it looks like they're out of their mind, but that's the only way to get the attention of the official who's supposed to be paying attention for the timeout call. Well,
especially here in basketball where a shot inside 5 seconds, most teams are calling a timeout.
Yeah, and you've got a play that gets you down the floor in about 4 or 5 seconds and gets a better shot than what Martise took.
Boy, Martise just about had a memory maker from way back out near Hicks Road. Well, here we go again. The tip, KY and Ellis, and Donovan gets it. This is where he wants to take it in. Lays off the board. Good. Nice move by Donovan. 60-58. Good play there, taking it straight down the throat of Ezell-Harding. 60-58 in overtime. If you just joined us, it's been a close, tough-fought game throughout. There's another three. That one off the rim. That time, Donovan hustling nicely. He's going to get blocked on the sideline. Ezell didn't like the call. I thought it was a good call.
It was. I mean,
of course, I'm for Nashville Christian.
Well, the other part of that is the official was doing part of the blocking.
Yeah. Donovan, both teams in the double bonus, will go to the line for two after just taking the opening tip from KY and taking it down the main highway for a nice shot. And now he's got a chance for 4 points in a row here in the first 30 seconds of the overtime, and nets that one nicely for a 3-point lead. McClary and Edwards check in for Anderson and Harper. It's been a good one. Nice crowd, and both sides are alive. Second one, good. 62-58. Cheerleaders very active. We got 12 cheerleaders here tonight doing a good job. Backcourt.
You saw both baselines that time, Coach.
That's right. Seffer coming up past the timeline. 3.5 to go in overtime. They run their weave once again.
Ball back.
And it's stolen by McClary. McClary ahead to Donovan. He'll take it all the way in. Layup. Good. McClary with another big play. 64-58. 3:12 to go.
And they've made that connection for a long time. Matt to Donovan on the football field and in here.
It's nice to see, and Matt's had some good defensive gems out here. Donovan Smith will get the call.
I wondered with the hand checks and all the things they were calling early in the game, I was wondering if that would creep back into overtime, and it looks like it has, unfortunately, because you're going to be able to call it each time down the floor, and I know they're not going to. So
Anderson, Harper, and Brandon Smith to check in at the line. Dean. and he's off the back rim.
Coach, 6 points, 6 quick points by us in the first 57 seconds of overtime really sets the stage for this extra period.
We've taken control of this overtime period, but a long way to go. 6-point lead. Dean will try to make it 5. He rims it out. Tough miss for him, and Donovan will set the court, sets everybody, and brings it up with under 3 minutes to go.
Coach Donovan has 25 on the night.
He's definitely player of the game so far. He likes this situation right here. Gets past him. They almost called 5, and he got past them. Cannon being dogged out front, gets the ball back. We're going to try to milk a clock. So they're trying to get a 5-second call, and right before that, Coach Patton calls the timeout, and he's asking Cannon to get rid of it before the 5-second call.
Yeah, we don't need any dribbling exhibitions.
No. This is where I like to do some passing and cutting because they're going to be up your nose. So when you get rid of it, you've got a great opportunity to backdoor.
Yeah, and I know you like to do this. I've seen a lot of coaches just get 5 out, just all the way out in the corners and 1 in center circle, and just pass and cut to the basket.
I think it's the easiest way to run it, and it's hard to guard when you're spread out because if they pack in, you got somebody open. So let's see. We do have some good dribblers, so I think we can. My theory was they come and get you, then you blow past them. If they don't, you're passing and cutting. So great action here. 6-point lead, 2:36 to go on a Saturday night in Bellevue, and very good single-A basketball action here in the Nashville Christian Gym.
And I thought a good timeout by Coach Patton right there, and I know he's got a plan, and we'll see if we can execute it well. But, with 2.5 minutes to go, 2:36 to go on a 6-point lead, we don't have to rush to anything. Just have to be smart with the basketball and secure.
Ezell's gone to a 2-3. They're no doubt going to trap out of it.
It's like a jump
trap
right
here. Let's see what they do. Yep, we've got KY. We got all 5 up at the free throw line extended or higher. We play a little catch.
Easy.
And, boy, we almost got rid of that one just in time. Harper thought better of the 3.
Smart.
Penetrate. Cross court to Brandon. Almost loses it. Back to his brother Donovan on top. Here comes the trap. 2:15 to go. Lobbing it over to Cannon. Gets it to Brandon. Brandon nicely, smart. Takes it back out. Cannon to Harper. Harper takes it baseline to KY. We're playing smart here, not forcing anything. And they lay hands on us. Cannon goes around, stops. Inside of KY. Fakes, legs up.
Dang.
And he shuffled.
Yeah,
Man.
He kind of didn't quite catch it cleanly and shuffled his feet.
It was a good play.
Good play. Good pass by Cannon.
Edwards, Marsh, and McClary back in on the defensive platooning. 64-58. 1:59 to go. Full court pressure by Nashville Christian. Ezell's got to score here. They'll be in trouble. 6-point lead. Ellis stops, turns, spins off the board. No good. It's out of bounds to us.
Nice. Good defense by Matt right there, and good job not fouling. They're clearly and smartly, leaning into our defenders and trying to draw some contact the way the game's been called to get to the free throw line and score without the clock running. But good job keeping our space right there.
Ellis with a nice turnaround has been making those, but not then. Donovan fouled on a trail foul as he roared past the timeline. Ezell's going to have to foul early and hope for a miss and transition basket the other way. 6-point lead, 1:47 to go.
And, Coach, I know you feel like I do on plays like that. That's an intentional foul.
Yeah.
By definition, he intended to foul Donovan.
Donovan, I tell you, they're going to have to quit fouling too. 65-58. What's he got, 26?
26.
McClary in with KY on the lane. Edwards and J. Marsh in back of the circle. Donovan, sophomore, eyes it, and nothing but net, automatic. And that gives us an 8-point lead. We have dominated overtime. Our biggest lead of the game is in overtime.
Yeah.
J. Marsh almost comes up with the big steal. Ezell coming past the timeline in need of a basket badly.
They haven't scored. They
have not scored yet.
Not scored in the overtime.
They run a nice play and had a man. But Donovan takes the steal, lays it up. Good! And that will be the clincher, I'm sure, with a 10-point lead as we own the overtime period with a 10-0 run. Donovan, another pickpocket. Will he slam it? Lays it up. Good. 12-point lead. is we've taken the overtime over,
Coach,
106 to go.
Donovan has taken the overtime over as he scored all 12 of the points.
Nice shot by Hunt on the drive on the left side.
And we've had a lot of contributions from a lot of players, but as far as the scoring, Donovan's responsible for all 12 of the points in overtime.
Is he 31 now?
I believe that's correct, yep.
So our player of the game is going to be Donovan Smith. And I will be making a $1 scholarship contribution in his name.
Well, we'll call it the Hugh Babies Player of the Game, a great sponsor of Nashville Christian School, and I'll get him a milkshake.
I tell you, that's not bad there at Hugh Babies.
Have you had their veggie burger, Coach? It's delicious.
Well, Coach, with
you can't taste
COVID,
anything.
I can't taste hardly anything.
You should just eat nothing but salad and cucumbers.
Well, I hope you noticed I had lost some weight from that. So not many people have noticed. I don't guess I've lost as much as it feels like.
Well, you're still wearing the same clothes, so they're hanging loose off of you.
I'll be wearing all this for a long time. 70-60 as we have an explosion. We've won this period so far 12-2. And Ezell forced a foul immediately. They need to go pick up full court. We're eating up clock right now. And Cannon passed the timeline, and they better come up and double team. There's Harper, and Harper fouled from behind. Ezell lost about 10 seconds there. Martise checking back in with McClary and J. Marsh after Harper goes to the line for two. So these two should seal it for sure. We're in really good shape here, but we want to finish strong, and Adam really short-armed that one. And
defensive substitutions again.
Martise will come in. Yeah, Martise will come in for Adam Harper, who just didn't get under that one at all. Harper will step up. In a 10-point game, 49.8, and that one looked good as he tickles the twine. Martise checks in for him. Jalen picking up full court with Donovan and Martise. Ezell struggling, and Martise with a steal. Back to K. Wyatt, seals it to McClary. They're going to foul him. And
I'll tell you, we've done a good job of getting into the passing lanes,
Coach. We have. Great denial defense by Nashville Christian on Ezell. And I think we're going to salt this one away with 11-point lead. Well, Ezell in a world of trouble. It was a great game.
Coach, you do have 4 DBs in the game right now.
Okay. And they're playing like it. They are anticipating big time. McClary, yes. Oh, it rimmed out. I anticipated it too early.
You're like the guy on that Dr. Pepper commercial that made the kicker shank the game winner.
71-60, 41.6. Matt, back of the rim, no good. Ellis quickly past the timeline. He needs to gun a three. Martise bothering him. He's going to have a tough time. He walked with the ball. Gunning the two-pointer is good, and making the shot is Dean. Coach May saving that last timeout. They're trying to foul him and finally do with 25.3. It's a 9-point game. Going to be hard to launch 3 threes, and Nashville Christian not make any free throws here, especially if you foul the general.
13-4 the margin here so far in the extra period, Coach.
Donovan with his first miss there. Rims it out. That aggravated him. 71-62, 25.3 to go. Donovan, yes. 10-point game, 25.3 to go. Ezell roaring past the timeline quickly. They're going to throw this ball long. Saved nicely. Turning in the lane, laying up no good. Matt with the board. He's going to be tied up. And reaching in on McClary. The ball will go to Ezell. 72-62. 16.5. Ball quickly in. Taking the ball in. Powering up. No good. They can't buy one there. Martise is going to be fouled in back court. And that's going to do it. 10 seconds to go as we're going to get out of here with a nice OT win. Martise will go to the line. The crowd wants to see what he does at the free throw line. He's grinning with confidence. Let's see what he gets.
Hey, Coach, I know we've only got 10 seconds left, but just Really quick, just proud of our guys for the way they fought 2 nights in a row.
They did.
Spending a lot of energy.
Martise, excuse me, Coach, bottom.
Showing some great conditioning and some great fortitude, just, grit. You got to dig down.
Coming back on a Saturday night. Martise, guns at bottom. He knew it all the time. 74-62, last play of the game. Ezell up. They'll turn, try to launch a 3 here. His time's running out. No good. We'll get the board at 2-1 and a nice OT win. After a tough loss last night, we bounced back for a 74-62 game. And what did Donovan end up with, Coach? Let him add it up here for a second. Both teams with a great effort.
34, Coach.
34, our player of the game, Ezell-Harding, with a hard-fought game. Coach May's doing a great job with him over there on Bell Road. And a good crowd, good excitement. Coach, thanks for joining us again.
Coach, let me make a correction. I gave him Martise's 2 free throws. I think it's 32 for Donovan.
32
still,
for
an outstanding
Donovan.
Performance.
Excellent. And so this is going to be great to launch them into next week. And sorry I won't be with you guys on Thursday. So, from Sawyer Brown Road in Bellevue, Tennessee, on the campus of Nashville Christian at the Eagle Gym, this is Mike McPherson with Jeff Brothers, our producer, Andrew Atkins, and I believe Jacob, is that right, is on the camera? Jacob Pettit, our cameraman, saying thank you for your time. At this time, until next time on this, the Eagle Broadcasting Network.